Good evening. Welcome to Soundtracks with Birdman. After weather delays and life delays and I don't know, whatever else delays got laid, we're back to finally do LA Confidential, a wonderful Jerry Goldsmith score, a movie I didn't quite care that much about, but Zootopia is a fan, Age Boomer is a fan, and Big Al is watching it for the first time ever with us tonight.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that. Congratulations. This is a great movie. You're going to enjoy it.
Yeah, I like noir films. And this is one. It's always been on the fringe of I need to watch that one day. Well, I guess today is the day.
Today is your day.
That's right. A lot of twists and turns.
So, Zootopia, I hear you're quite the fan of this film. Can I ask you why?
I watched this the first time. I hadn't read the book. I watched it. I saw it in the theater. Back in this was 97, I think.
1997, September 19th, 1997.
Yeah, when this came out, and I watched it. And have you ever watched a movie or read a book or seen a TV show, and you just see somebody and they just do something that's stupid? They just something that no normal human being would do.
I see that all the time on YouTube.
Yeah.
I have watched the CW from time to time. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, actually, those are actually perfectly good examples. That you just say no human being would do that, no human being would say that. But you watch this movie, and good things happen, bad things happen to people, but they're all smart. You can tell, and they're real human beings. And everything that they say and do are in step with their character and make sense in their character, and still bad things happen. But it's not because they're stupid or because they do something that would just be seemingly out of character. Everyone is smart, and they all feel like real human beings. And so the first time I watched it, I just fell in love with it. Great movie. It made me want to go and read the book.
Did you read the book?
Back in like 97, 98, which I haven't read it since, but I love the book even more.
I heard they kept like 20% of the book for the movie and they left 80% of it out.
Yeah. Especially there's a lot of backstory with Kevin Spacey's character, Jack Vincennes.
Okay.
That you just can't. I understand why they couldn't put it in the movie. The movie would be 7 hours long if you tried to do it. But this might be a good candidate for a
Netflix show
series or a streaming show. But it's just great, and I think it distills the themes of the book very well.
Okay. Anybody else hearing a lightsaber? I just hear this buzzing.
Did it just start?
It's like about a minute and a half, 2 minutes.
Mute me, make sure it's not me.
I think you were. No, it's not you.
Okay.
See, I saw this movie. I watched it like a couple weeks back, because we were going to do this show. And I thought, I feel like some things are kind of left out, and maybe if this was a book, it would be better. And then I discovered, it was a book. Boomer, what's your experience with this film?
I remember seeing this not when it came out. I don't think it had a very long theatrical run. It got nominated for Best Picture. And
amongst other things, yes.
Back in those days, that would give something a second life. And I was studying film at the time in community college, and I was like, I want to go see this movie, and I was blown away. And it was a crowded theater when it was nominated. It was packed. Like I was right there. I was sandwiched between two people. I was seeing it by myself. That's how crowded it was. But everyone was well behaved. It was a good experience. Good crime cop movie. This was.
It did do 126.2 on a 35 budget, so that's successful. It made money.
So I think this is an example of a movie that got a second wind because it didn't do so well. I think when it first came out, I could be wrong there, but maybe someone can correct me. But
it's got great star power.
Mm-hmm.
Although noir is such a niche genre for some people. I mean, you don't have as many noir fans out there, say, like the action or sci-fi kind of.
Yeah, this is the first movie where I certainly hadn't heard of Guy Pearce before this, and I don't think I had heard of
Russell Crowe. This was
Yeah,
kind of like
Russell
his
Crowe
first big
before.
American film.
So I think this was the first time that I had seen both of those. I think Kevin Spacey was well known, Cromwell was well known, and I think that but it is a star-packed movie. I think a lot of them is just because of the book. They like the book and it's a well-written character.
Well, are y'all ready to start this movie?
I can jump in. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let me welcome the chat. Ghost Planet Max 1.0. Hello. Thank you for coming by. I hope you're doing well. And Jerry Goldsmith did provide the score for this. He did get an Academy Award nomination, but like most every other film that year, it went to Titanic instead. So,
it was the year of Titanic.
Right.
He was definitely pulling for this one. I actually, I think a lot of people made the joke, will this sink the Titanic? Titanic was going to go down.
I don't know if Titanic deserved everything it got. I think this is probably a better artsy movie than Titanic. Titanic was an achievement, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this is probably a finer film. I just don't think it's a very entertaining film. For me, I found it kind of long.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll have to sell you on this, Birdman.
Please do.
All
right. Y'all ready?
Yep. Starting at 0, right?
Yes. Y'all ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, play.
Warner Brothers Pictures.
Yep. Classic Warner Brothers. I believe the DVD of this release was significant in that it was, I think, the earliest, maybe the first dual-layer DVD disc. We didn't have to worry about flipping it over.
Da, 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 da.
Great Danny DeVito.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's another one that, just great casting for this. It wasn't. If you read the book, you wouldn't see the way that they described him that this would be the character, but they rewrote it very well to fit Danny DeVito.
Huh.
So Kim Basinger got Best Supporting Actress at the Academy Awards for this. Do y'all feel like she deserved that?
Yeah. No.
She did great in the movie, and I forget who else she was. Well, she was up against the old lady from the Titanic. I probably would have given it to the old lady just because she didn't have long to live. But
but what was it? That was a big Oscar nomination. That was As Good as It Gets, L.A. Confidential, Good Will Hunting, Titanic. What was the fifth one? I'm trying to remember now.
Those were the Best Picture nominees that year?
Yeah, I know 4 of them. Titanic, L.A. Confidential, As Good as It Gets. Now I'm one less than I was before.
Good
Will Hunting, that was another one.
This is the movie if I had picked the Oscars, this is what would have won, and it wouldn't even been close. This is hands above. I think all of those that year sound like they were good movies that I've seen.
They were,
but I think this one is just
Full Monty.
Head and shoulders above.
Full Monty was the 5th one?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Don't believe it. In a lot of
favors.
All right.
I love an old typewriter. Totally useless now, but I love an old typewriter.
It's a recurring theme. You're going to hear it a lot this movie.
So, we talk often. This is a soundtracks with Birdman, but this movie in some ways has a great soundtrack and a great score. And I did own the soundtrack. I bought it when it came out. It's funny. I thought I was buying the score because back then
it had two. It had two different releases. It had songs and then it had the score.
Yep.
Hello, Retro Reels. How are you? Good to see you. I know it's late for you. Always appreciate you stopping by.
Here we go. This is an early role for Russell Crowe. I mean, I know he did stuff before this. He was in Virtuosity before this.
Maybe that's nice, orderly, old school Christmas decorations.
Oh, yeah. I love the dialogue here. Quit whining all the time. It makes me sick. I wish someone could clip that. You know, when people complain about things. Oh.
It's going to be hard not talking about the movie and spoiling it for Al, but I'm glad you get to watch it for the first time.
You can spoil away. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's not like it's Mandalorian or Picard, right, Birdman?
Well, there is a mystery here.
There is. And if you like I am, I watched the ending of this film on the YouTube before I ever watched the movie.
Ooh.
So I was like, don't trust that guy.
Yeah, when the twist happens, you do not see it coming.
Hello, Deleted Scenes. How are you? Sorry you can't stay, but thanks for stopping by. Oh, Retro has this on LP. You know, I've been meaning to buy it on LP. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I do have the expanded edition and the original release, though, on CD. Boomer, did you ever buy the score on CD?
Yes. So I had the score of the soundtrack. I think back in the day, yeah.
You get the so you have the standard, not the expanded.
Yeah, I do need to pick up the expanded. I'm looking into it, but
wasn't your birthday this month?
It's in May.
It's in May. I don't remember if it was April or May. Okay. Well, how about for your birthday? I'll get you on LP and the expanded CD. Would you like that for your birthday?
I would, but don't go to no trouble on my
part.
Well,
it was that, or it was 12 hot strippers. So you tell me which one you want.
Considering my living situation, I can't have the strippers right now.
Okay.
Well,
unless maybe I could arrange a time. I'm just.
You said hot. You didn't say are they male, female.
Yeah,
That's
dude,
right.
Come on.
I like how you think, Zootopia.
Here we have
LP and CD. It is. Happy birthday, my friend.
Here we have He Who Must Not Be Named, but good performance in this movie.
And, you know, I thought he was going to be the naughty person in this film.
Well, he kind of is, though, let's be honest here. I am not liking what he does. Like, he's working with this tabloid journalist. He's going to ruin an actor's career soon. I'm not really liking this guy, over a little over a little bit of a illegal substance, which is now legal in many states now. I'm just saying.
We're not encouraging the use of it, though.
I don't encourage it. I don't use it myself, but I'm saying to have someone's life destroyed over it, I'm not. I don't know.
Well, this is the scene with Kevin Spacey. I mean, it sets up the theme of the movie perfectly, because the show that he's working on is called Badge of Honor, and that's really the theme of the movie, which is what is honor to these three main characters, Guy Pearce, Russell Crowe, and Kevin Spacey. So what is honor, and what they're doing and who they're all about, and how do they follow it, and how do they follow it?
Yeah. True enough. I mean, we have three very distinct police officers here. We have the Russell Crowe character, who's a hothead especially when he sees women being abused. They explain that later on.
Well, you saw it in the first scene when he beat up that husband.
Young Guy Pearce.
Yeah, I know. First time I saw this, I don't think I'd ever seen him in a movie before. And
I don't think I had either him or Russell Crowe. The Russell Crowe had been in movies before this, but
yeah. I don't think Russell Crowe is Russell Crowe yet. I think this was kind of the movie that set him on the path to Gladiator, and Gladiator.
This was his breakout. Yeah, right here.
But this is actually this is watching this is what made me excited for Memento before it first came out. Was knowing that Guy Pearce was and Memento's one of my favorite movies too. It's great. But then, James Cromwell, he's great in this. I mean,
he's great in almost everything.
Yeah.
I love how he's like, are you willing to do this, basically breaking the laws as a police officer? And it's like, no, I'm actually.
Yeah.
He's the young idealist.
Yeah, some argue there's also a political side. He wants to, rise in the ranks as well. But I think he does believe in the system too.
Yeah. But I mean, he has his values and he's trying to live them. But he's ambitious and he has that little piece of him that's like, hey, I will do or step over anybody in order to get ahead and get noticed. I mean, he has obviously a little bit of a daddy complex because of his father being well regarded and famous police officer before him.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to live up to those ideals.
And Russell Crowe's character Bud White had a different fatherly experience here.
Very different, yeah.
We find that out later.
But yeah, I mean, and even though you're going to find out that Russell Crowe and Guy Pearce are extremely different cops. You need both in order to be able to, I guess, or at least the movie makes the case. You need both kind of cops in order to be able to police a city like this. And it's really, how far are you willing to go? How much are you willing to do to betray your own ideals in order to see justice done? But this movie also is one of those you need to watch it 2 or 3 times to get everything down.
Oh yeah,
and I kind of like those. I like it because the first time, it's one of those things. The first time you watch it, you're kind of mesmerized by it, and you may not be able to completely explain everything, but everything makes sense on how everything works. And then at the second and third time you rewatch it, it all comes together even more. Especially you earlier scenes like now are pay off later, and you may not pick it up the first time, but as you rewatch it, it just gets better.
For instance, one thing you pick up on rewatches is why she says, "You got the wrong idea, mister. I'm fine," because she didn't get beaten up. She went for some plastic surgery.
Yeah.
But he's, of course, seeing the broken nose. He's thinking that somebody rough her up, and he doesn't. In some ways, it's almost a redeeming characteristic of Bud White, how he doesn't, he will look out for women if they're being attacked.
Okay, but does this scene make the first scene with him kind of redundant? I mean, are we just kind of like reestablishing he's a hothead and he's trying to protect women from getting beat up?
Well, here's what it is. I think that scene is to set up some clues and hints of things that he'll be able to put together later on to solve the mystery.
Right. So the first scene with the Christmas decorations, that didn't really set anything up.
It's just fun. That's why it's in there.
Well, I mean, it establishes Christmas.
Yeah, and establishes Christmas, establishes the period we're in. It actually establishes how
he
as a police officer can just...
Yeah, is everybody over 21 watching this?
Oh, yeah, funny. How old was I? I think I was... Was I 21 yet when I saw this? I don't think I was 20. I think I was 20 when I saw this. Yeah. Yeah, see... Anyways, though. But yeah, it's just... I don't know. I mean, it gets him a collar. He gets paid. But it's
Yeah, obviously this establishes Kevin Spacey's not a good cop,
No.
and he's useful to the force because he's personal enough and is working on the TV show and all that, but he either didn't start off well or he's become corrupted.
What I don't like about him is that he represents a lot of what I don't like about the 1950s. This, it's the hopheads around every corner. It's all the paranoia. It's all the judgment. It's. And of course, when no one's looking, he sneaks and puts the stuff in his own pocket. Do you understand what I'm saying? And he's.
Yeah.
This is why when I first watched this, I actually really liked the Guy Pearce character because I'm not going to take the bribe.
Yeah, Guy Pearce. And actually, he's my favorite character.
Yeah. And in his defense, he's trying to calm down the other cops here that or want revenge.
Yeah, I mean, he's the by the book guy.
Now, one thing that I found interesting, the Bloody Christmas thing that's about to go down was like a real legit thing that happened on Christmas 1951 in LA. They beat up 7 civilians in custody.
Wow. Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, no, that's a big no-no.
And you don't want to do that at Christmas time, especially.
No, because Santa Claus will bring you coal.
And the press will have a field day with it, as we see.
But I didn't really feel like this was explained as to why this is going down in the film very well.
It's there to actually show how I keep forgetting Guy Pearce's character, how he's going up, how he can rise in the ranks, because he's the only cop that basically stood up against the other cops, and he was saying, "Knock it off." They actually lock him in. They actually lock him away.
Yeah. And this is the first track on the soundtrack, by the way, and it's called Bloody Christmas.
It's a wonderful track. It's very violent.
Yeah.
It is.
Oof.
And it's the first Goldsmith music 15 minutes into the film.
Our Pancho Villa. Yeah, it's just...
And the film's definitely not afraid to be violent.
Now, to be fair, Bud White, I think with he doesn't want his partner getting into trouble. You get back.
It also shows him, I mean, he's trying to do the right thing, but then, he's just quick to anger. All of a sudden, he gets pushed a little bit, and then he's ready for punches. So I think it should, at his core, he's a good guy, but it doesn't take much to push him over the edge.
He has a short fuse. Someone said "F your mother," and it brought up the mother again. And that made him snap.
Yeah, and then you see with Kevin Spacey, when does he get into it? He gets into it once you get his clothes a little bit dirty. As soon as you, he's going to stay out of it until his vanity is bloody.
Good point. I didn't think about that.
We have a new person in the chat tonight. Welcome, Mr. McFadden. How are you? He says, the long hanging tone and the slow, somber trumpet for Murder at the Night Owl. Spoiler warning, Big Al is fantastic. Yeah. One thing that struck me, like the original soundtrack release was like 30 minutes, and the expanded one is only like 45 minutes. I wish there was more music in this film. I think it's got the space for it. I think it needs more Goldsmith in it. That's my opinion.
Well, they were also highlighting a lot of the soundtrack songs in it too.
Yeah, and Mr. McFadden says this should be Titanic for the Academy Award.
He is 100% right in that.
Yeah, I think this might be a better score than Titanic. Of course, Titanic just swept everything that year because it did. But Jerry Goldsmith did get the Satellite Award for Best Original Score for this film, so it got something.
I remember having the DVD, and I think I still have the Blu-ray too. But it you can actually listen to the music, and it has an isolated music track on it, which is really cool. And you can listen to the Goldsmith score and also the soundtrack songs. without anything else, and the visuals of the movie, obviously. And I wish more DVDs and Blu-rays would do that with their scores. Just let you listen to the audio, the score only with the movie.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it lost Best Picture to Titanic. Let's just run down the Academy Award nominations it got. Best Supporting Actress, Kim Basinger, she got that. Best Picture, Best Adapted Screenplay, it got that. Best Score, Director, Cinematography, Sound Mixing, Production Design, and Film Editing. Of course, it lost all those to, I think, Titanic. But it got Adapted Screenplay, and Kim Basinger took home a little statue. So,
Yeah, the sound mixing and the score and everything during the last fight scene, I think it's phenomenal. I think it's great.
that's a good shootout. I like that shootout.
Yeah, that's one of the best choreographed shootouts I've ever seen. It's great. It's phenomenal.
I think the costuming in this film is wonderful.
Sorry to spoil it for you, Al, but
There's a shootout at the end, Al, so it's coming.
I'm okay. I'm okay with spoilers for this. Don't worry about it.
well, I don't want to spoil it for you until at least the big twist.
so
Was Kate Winslet pissed? Was she up for? What was she up for?
Kate Winslet,
Yeah, was she up for
Titanic.
yeah, I know that, but was she up for Best Actress or?
Well, Kate
Probably Best
Winslet would have
Actress.
been up against Kim Basinger, so she must have lost the Best Actress award, whoever that was too.
Okay. Hello, David. How are you? Good to see you. I hope everyone's well on your end of this country.
Yeah, Gloria Stewart was the one who lost to Basinger as far as the Titanic crew,
Okay.
along with Joan Cusack, Minnie Driver, and Julianne Moore.
What was Julianne Moore up for?
Boogie Nights.
Oh, great
Well, I'm
movie.
surprised that one wasn't nominated for Best Picture.
I remember that soundtrack, the Boogie Nights soundtrack, and it had a second release that just the songs from the movie. But yeah. Here we
Ghost
go.
Planet, it definitely does have a film noir. I never can say that word. Boomer, help me out.
Film noir.
Thank
Noir.
you. It definitely has that vibe to it.
Our hard-boiled detective. I think that. I mean, maybe that's also related to film noir. I'm not an expert on the genre. I've been meaning to become one, though. I mean, I wish they would make more movies like this. They made a point in the production design of this movie. They were trying to look for ways to make it look modern, even though it's the 50s. So they would take stuff from the 50s that you could still recognize, I guess, in the 90s as something that might have been current. So, like, if they could pick a style of house that might still be used today, they would use it. But they still had to be accurate to the period. You understand? But they still. Like, I don't know how many fedoras we see in this movie. We probably see a few, but we don't see any.
Whoa! What the?
You okay?
Since you're the big book
No,
person,
I don't know. I just was hearing something.
Yeah, I heard something too. Hope it's not.
Boomer, James Elroy wrote the book this is based off, and it's called the LA Quartet series. So there's 4 books in this series.
Yeah, I need to read them. I know that Zootopia was mentioning he had read the book, so is the book more involved?
Oh, the book for this one? Oh yeah. I mean, there's way more and lots of backstory, especially on Jack Vincennes that they don't get into in the movie.
Okay.
It's been a while. I mean, I read it after I saw the movie and made me go back and watch the book. And so that's when I read the book. It was like 97, 98. So it's been a long time. But I remember loving the book, thinking it was better than the movie, obviously. But it made me appreciate the movie more. Because it really does a good job of taking what the main themes are of the book. Because, sometimes writer, director isn't always able to get that essence of the book, or they get it wrong. But they do a really good job. And I think, honestly, I was talking, I don't remember if you were here, Boomer, when I was talking about it. It's that all of these characters are really smart and they do things within their character. They don't do
Yes.
dumb things out of their character, which happens a lot. And I think that these kind of things remind me of like Game of Thrones and those books, because you read those and like everybody makes mistakes, but they make sense for the character, why the character would make those mistakes, why they would do what they would do. And this book, this movie in this book is also in that similar vein. It's very smart writing with smart characters who do smart things. It doesn't always work out, but there you don't get a sense of falseness about them. It rings true.
Yeah. They all do act to their type, and you can see why they don't get along as well.
That's you're absolutely right, because they're all true to their character and who just I think that opening scene with Russell Crowe, I mean, it establishes who he is, and he's true to those ideals, and you understand the decisions he makes later on in the movie. They're consistent, even though you say, "Oh, don't do that, bud. That's a bad idea." But they're consistent with who he is and what would push him to make those choices.
And it's neat when him and the other one actually start working together toward the end. It's an interesting partnership they have.
Yeah, and you see them, where they kind of look at each other. It's like, yeah, I get you now. I respect you, even though you're different from me. But I get you.
They're both on the same side of justice.
Yep.
So the Black Delilah is also in the book series. I have not seen that film. Any of y'all?
This is interesting. I love the Danny DeVito narration. Could he be behind that? Guess not.
I like that swirl of smoke in the background there from the guns.
I love how they take the open Coke with the blood on it. Waste not, want not. Right?
Well, that is worth a lot of money, Boomer.
I know, but still, it's. I wonder what crime was like in the 50s. I mean, it's Los Angeles, so it's a big city. You're going to have organized crime, I guess. But yeah, it's. Well, except now it's organized crime free.
A movie, Birdman, that I bought recently that might be a good one for a future one that has a good soundtrack. I bought The Sting.
I'm sorry that the Wolfpack was rattling. I couldn't quite hear you.
No, a movie recently that I just bought online that has a good soundtrack that you might want to think about in the future. The Sting.
Yeah,
I love that movie. I've never owned it. I've always seen it when it's on TV, and so I saw it was cheap on Amazon, so I picked it up. But I always love that movie. Love that score.
I've never seen it, but it's one film that I know I probably need to watch.
Oh yeah. But you know the score though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. No, for me, hands down, I think if you ask me, okay, who is the most perfect movie actor of all time, or who is the template for what every movie actor should look like, it's Paul Newman. For me, he's the perfect movie star.
Uh-huh. Now, where is he? Vice now?
Yeah, they moved him. over to Vice.
Like investigating dirty magazines or something like.
Yeah. Because where he was doing narcotics, and then the fight happens, and so they move him over to Vice to serve his time for a little bit, and then they'll get the TV show and everything back.
Did Mulholland Falls come out after this?
You don't know.
Because I think I remember seeing that, hoping it was going to be like LA Confidential. I didn't care for it as much. I remember that. So.
Yeah, that was a weird one. I didn't know anything about it when I first saw it. I was like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, Nick Nolte, Chaz Palminteri were the cops in that, but it was another 50s thing. But
What about Chinatown?
Love Chinatown, great movie.
yeah, that takes place in the Depression, I think.
That's another movie that was fictionalized take on actual events.
I would not want those guys looking at me like that.
No, they don't like him. Yeah, he's losing his job.
He's about to lose more than that. Just saying. We were like Mulholland Drive. That's
No, Mulholland Falls. If memory serves, Mulholland Drive was the David Lynch movie. This was a different movie.
Yeah, that's the movie. I thought you were talking about the David Lynch movie.
It's confidential.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I'll bring my wallet just in case.
what is Mulholland Drive about? Is it
The movie Mulholland Drive by David Lynch. It's odd. I can't give you a. Actually, here's the plot. It's about young starlets in Hollywood not getting the roles they should get. There you go. I'm kidding. That's a part of it. It's weird as what it is. I think Cisco, Ebert and Rope referred to it as a dream narrative. Here's your big. Look at this. He's. See, he's excited. He needs a homicide, right?
Oh, the waitress is dreaming of Hollywood. She's in a relationship with an actress who breaks it off. That sounds like a good David Lynch plot right there.
Yeah, it's weird. It gets weirder. Okay, so somebody must have killed the cook because the burners are still on. Cash register open.
Someone got hit right there.
Someone stubbed their toe.
Yeah.
It's a nice little suspenseful incidental music. Good Lord.
Yeah.
They found they revealed later, the spoiler out, they found a hair in their soup. And so that's why they had to do that.
If you like that, I'll make you my second to come back.
I like they're so concerned about their appearance, even having to take his glasses off all the time.
I'll be blunt. In that town, you kind of have to be in the 50s because it's all about appearances. That's right. It's like we're the upstanding, police officers doing there's
And,
the press will go one way or the other with you, right?
And that's one of the things is that they can't talk and they can't reveal things about the corruption that's going on in the department because they have to keep appearances, and so no one can really talk about it or show it.
So, Bosch McFadden, what is your favorite Jerry Goldsmith crime drama score?
So they got IDs, right? Oh no.
Okay, so Mr. Bosch says this is Jerry Goldsmith's best crime drama score.
It's up there.
What about Chinatown? With Chinatown, do you think Chinatown should trump this, or
no?
No. Okay.
I don't. At least, is it one of these 70 scores where there's?
They have a helpful little, hey, callback. This is the person in the car.
Yes. With the birthmark. She's got a birthmark.
I typically don't like that. You ever watched a movie and then all of a sudden a character goes through something emotional and then they show flashbacks to an earlier scene in the movie? And the trauma that they're going through, that they're thinking about. Usually, I don't like that. I'm like, the actor should be allowed to convey that, and you should rely on your audience to know what that person is thinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I need to go back and reread the book again. Obviously, it's been over 20 years since I read it.
I read on the internet, so it must be true, that they were looking at making a sequel with Chadwick Boseman before he died. It was going to take place in the 1970s.
Well, I know.
I would have gone to see that. Actually, that might have been good. I don't know.
I know at one point they're talking about doing TV series about it. I don't know if it was a direct adaptation of just this one or if they were going to do all 4 of the books in the series or something different, but I don't think that ever got off the ground.
Are the 4 books in the series the same police department with some of the same characters, or is it completely new characters with each book?
I don't know. Actually, this is the only one that I read.
All right.
I didn't read any of the other ones.
Because it was interesting, because I think Mario Puzo did 2 other Godfather, like he has like his own Godfather trilogy, but the other 2 Godfather books are not related to the original Godfather. Like they're all different mob. It's like it's 3 different mob stories with different mob families. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious why Hollywood didn't bother adapting the other 2 into like a series. But
yeah, I've only read the first Godfather book too.
Yeah. Well, it's a standalone. Yeah.
Bosch says they're different characters, but Dudley shows up in a couple of them.
Okay.
I'll tell you that a series that I have read all of that they really need to go back and do movies for are the 2001 series books. There are 4 books in there. I mean, you can't ever, you shouldn't try to recreate Stanley Kubrick's 2001, but you can redo the book, and then you can do the rest of the series too. I think they're great. They're those books and the Dune books are my favorite sci-fi series of books.
I've always meant to read Arthur C. Clarke's 2001 series. My favorite science fiction book is Let's Make.
Well, it's funny because 2001, it started out. It was a short story that they did. That then Stanley Kubrick did the movie for, and then they wrote the book. They were kind of writing the book as they were doing the movie.
So it was
Arthur
the Sentinel.
Clarke and Kubrick were working really close together.
Interesting. So I guess Kubrick, because I heard the Sentinel was like a precursor, like that was remade in 2001. Was that what Kubrick was? That what? Kubrick
Yeah,
was
the Sentinel is just a short story of just that the scene on the moon where they discover the obelisk.
Yeah,
that's what the short story is of the Sentinel. Is just that part of them finding it on the moon, and then once they find it, and they kind of reveal what it is in the short story. Then it stops, and then Kubrick built a story around it, and then Arthur C. Clarke adapted a book based on that, and then he expanded it into a total of 4 novels.
Interesting. I know they all have different years. I remember seeing the 2010 movie when that came out too. That was I bet the book was better, but
2001, 2010, 2063, and then 3001.
Huh. That's a bit of a leap, 3001.
Yeah.
Now I'm curious. Now,
Gosh, this is available on YouTube for free if you can't find your DVD.
LA Confidential?
Yep.
It's weird how YouTube has some free movies on there.
They've got some not free movies on.
So this character I always thought had kind of a Walt Disney style look with the mustache, but I guess that was common at the time.
Yeah, but he's not a really Walt Disney person, is he?
I don't think so. I didn't know
You right, Al?
You okay, Al?
I'm all right.
Didn't know if you fell or something. I know, I like what he said, and he says, "No, Mr. White, no, Pierce Morehouse Pratchett."
David Strathairn is a very versatile actor.
Yeah, he's excellent. He's
awesome.
I don't think I have complaints about any of the cast in this. I think everyone's pulling their weight. Yeah.
Yes, Fox. He has women instead of cartoons. That's true.
It's interesting. They make the different. I guess the ladies of the hour that work for the agency look like movie stars, and I guess Kim Basinger is supposed to be Veronica Lake, and there's Veronica Lake, very nice looking lady.
Oh yeah.
She was in I Married a Witch, which is a favorite of mine.
That was a nice little comparison between the two there too, the way they did that.
Yeah. Is it the cops? It's the cops.
I hate it when that happens.
Yeah, I like the way Bud talks to this guy here. What he says to him on his way out, it's always funny to me.
Maybe I won't. Oh no. She's smiling. I like the slang shit bird. I don't know. It's
Okay. It's like councilman.
Officer.
But he doesn't care. He's not going to say anything as long as the guy doesn't interfere. Actually, I would argue back then having your own projector, that was a big deal. You could watch a movie at your home on. She must have some money.
Yeah, they used to put out the like home versions of films that were they were trimmed down to 9 to 10 minutes.
Interesting.
Like Castle. A lot of the Universal monsters did that.
I didn't know that.
Castle films.
I know my dad didn't have anything like that growing up. In fact, he was stuck with the radio even after television came out. He had told me. I don't know. Like I said, there are things I like about the 50s and things I don't. Like, I think aesthetically, things are looking pretty good here. I like the designs of everything. Like how people dressed. I imagine food was better back then too, but I could be wrong.
Yes, Bosch. Kim Basinger is what we call definitely not ugly.
Looking way different in this than she did in Batman, actually, I think, in respects to her.
I think she looks better here than she did in Batman.
I think she does too, but I mean, that was more of a late 80s look that she had in that.
Well, Basinger does have that kind of a face that timeless,
Yeah.
Fits back then, fits today.
So she's making the argument, there are a lot worse people in that line of business than Pierce Pratchett. So, yeah, she's a lovely woman. Okay.
Yeah. Who has the lightsaber?
I'm at 4620.
It might be something in the background. I don't know, like if there's a plane going over or something. I don't know. It's like a hum.
Yeah, it sounds like an electric razor to me.
Or someone's in a plane.
Something
I
on
bet
the-
Jedi Master Utopia is in an airplane.
not at the moment. I don't know. Let me try and mute myself because I can't hear it. Hold on.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's on his end. Yep.
Sorry, he may not see. Maybe it's on his end. He doesn't notice it. I don't know.
Yeah.
He may not be hearing it himself. I don't know where it's coming from. It almost sounds like something on the outside of like a house, like someone's running a mower or something. But I don't know.
I mean, my fan of my computer is going.
That could be it.
That could be it. Yeah.
Just get a big bag of ice and put it. I'm kidding.
I'll just pour water over it and cool it off.
No. That used
Does
to
that
be.
work?
I like this. Keep. That might explain why it's going in and out, though. It cools down.
Goldsmith did make good use of the trumpet in the score.
Yeah. So Birdman, you weren't sold on this movie. Is it too dark or something, or is it too murky or something?
It just didn't hold my attention.
Okay.
And at the same time, I felt like there was a lot that was just kind of like missing. And
Well, like I said, as Zootopia said, that probably the book probably fills in some of those gaps, I'm sure. But
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a ton of stuff missing. But I mean, I think I am glad I saw the movie first and then read the book. Because I tend to be one of those people like, well, why didn't they include this scene? Why didn't they do this? But that can be unfair to a movie because they just can't put everything in there.
It's very
difficult. You picture in your mind.
Yeah, it's very difficult because the novel is a different format than a 2-hour movie. On the other hand, short stories are too short to be made into movies most of the time. So it's like they usually go for the novel because it's better to cut stuff out than to try to extrapolate. It's funny. One thing I am noticing though, now we're starting to see novels being adapted into like television miniseries. You know, like you'll have like HBO did a big one by the woman that did. I'll mention it later. Like the scene too much.
yeah, I thought this was a beautiful film. I think this is a very, very beautiful film. I just felt the story just kind of dragged, and I felt some parts were missing.
Which one owned the Marug?
But we'll give you a timestamp whenever you need it. Fear not. Laptops are crazy sometimes.
So he wants to know who killed his ex-partner, right?
Well, this is one of my one of my favorite scenes in the film, if not my favorite one, where Exley goes in and interrogates them, and this is him being a politician and knowing how to use information against other people and partial bits of information and being able to just extract the information that he wants out of all of it.
He's very conniving.
Yeah.
I'm at 50-45.
So it's interesting, not to spoil too much, but are they guilty? Yes. Are they guilty of what we think they're guilty of?
They're guilty of something else.
Yes. But it's very convenient for all.
Yeah.
So you're thinking they're the ones that did the massacre.
But see, the other two cops went in there to kill him. They weren't really going in there to arrest him. They just got, kind of busted and couldn't go all the way.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're kind of lucky that they did something else like the same day.
Get yourself a sissy. Oh, I like this. I don't truck with those. I love the dialogue here. Those pretzels, Al?
Honey Nut Cheerios, generic store brand.
What? I didn't know they made generic Honey Nut Cheerios.
Yeah, Bloomberg, it was a program.
They're called Tastios. They're from Food Line.
Interesting. We don't have Food Line down here. We have Winn-Dixie and Publix.
Publix. Yeah.
Oh, you know Publix, don't you, Bert?
Yeah,
okay.
like right over there.
Okay.
And look, there's one right over there, and then there's.
I got a turkey sandwich from there last night from Publix. I did the honey maple turkey. I like the Boar's Head honey maple. That's good stuff.
Yeah. We got Food Line, Giant, Weiss.
Yeah, see, those aren't New Jersey chains either, because I'm trying.
Harris Teeter.
I've heard Harris Teeter before because they have that in Tennessee.
And did y'all know that this film was in the Library of Congress,
I didn't.
along with Gone with the Wind, Star Wars, Schindler's List, and a few others?
It's a brilliant film. I mean, those are all great films too, but this is a.
There are a lot of films though that are in there now.
I like how the other guy's hearing what he wants him to hear, and the others.
See, I just feel like I'm not seeing the same thing everybody else is seeing with this film, and I'm like,
It's okay. You can have different tastes, Birdman. It's allowed. It's okay. But what I like this. You haven't even asked what any of this is about. You've got a big guilty. You've got a big guilty. I forgot what he said. You got a big guilty look on your face.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
No, Birdman, I'm judging you. You should like this movie more.
I'm trying to. I'm trying to. I
Okay, in Birdman's defense, another movie was mentioned tonight that I'm not necessarily a big fan of, and that's Chinatown. But I do recognize that a lot of people love the movie. For whatever reason, I just don't. It never really sung for me for some reason.
I do think that this movie is like Chinatown, or like I said, Game of Thrones, or other movies where they just do, all the characters just do smart things, and they it makes sense as they're moving forward why they would make the choices that they do. And, and honestly, that's kind of. I was thinking.
No.
Something's.
What are you talking about? Was she at the night? No, he's. So this guy's breaking down about something.
Yeah.
Look at Russell Crowe. Look at Bud White. I mean,
So who's the better actor in this movie, Russell Crowe or Guy Pearce?
My vote is Guy Pearce.
I like Guy Pearce more, but again, everyone's pulling their weight. I mean, it just might be his character is the most interesting, I think.
Yeah.
Look at Bud White. Oh no.
That's 3 for y'all keeping count.
Yes.
That's like a lot like how I handle situations in order to get what I want.
Give me a raise.
Yeah.
That's interesting. We've watched the Dirty Harry movies on this on this channel, and it's almost like Dirty Harry wouldn't quite do that, but he would be doing something like that in certain scenes.
Well, you can say one thing about it though. It was effective.
It's also
Yeah, Dirty Harry and Bud White would probably get along.
Yeah.
Boss brings the point that the music that Goldsmith provided for us was very tense there. Yes, it was. And, Bosh, I'm curious, do you have this on CD or LP or both? And do you have the expanded score that for Sarah Van Drops? I wouldn't say it was last year, but it could have been 4 years ago, and I'm just mixing it up.
So
like that little snub nose gun.
So
do you have the expanded CD or just the standard? Oh, you got both of them? Okay, cool.
So at first when I'm watching this, though, I'm figuring I wasn't questioning that these are the guys involved in the night out shooting. I'm thinking this is But of course, that'd be too neat for the movie anyway. We're only at the halfway mark. But of course, something bad. They are involved in something bad. Okay. And she's smart. You see, she doesn't say anything. She just points out of the room.
I think they do a nice job of setting this up for something that an accident just causes everything to go to hell.
Yep.
Ooh.
Look at the cops outside running toward you. See that? It shows Bud White though. That guy was doing some bad things to that woman in the other room, so he has no compunction about taking him out. Period. But obviously, that's not what Exley would have done. He would have arrested him. You know.
And they actually like each other by the end of the film, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, they certainly come to as they work together more in order to solve this. When they finally realize all their stuff is related to each other,
Yeah.
then they start to respect each other. Which is part of that's what each of them, as we go through the movie, is that each of them has to confront what their honor means to them and how they deal with that with being a cop. I mean, each of them have their good and bad points. Who's a cop and why they're a cop, and they're obviously corrupted or confronted with the corruption within the police force, and how do they deal with it? Are they able to overcome and see past what they would normally do and change?
Yeah.
Ghost Planet, it's set in 1951. Did we make it through New Year's in this film?
53, actually.
Oh, 53? I'm sorry. The actual Bloody Christmas thing was in 1951.
Well, the suspects they had in the prison, in the jail cell, escaped. That's what we got, the impression.
Oh,
Right?
good day.
You have to love the music, right? Birdman?
Yep. I think that and the costumes my favorite part for this film.
Costumes are great. I love all the outfits. Like I said, they were like I said, they were trying to go for what was in the 50s. That's the most modern, which I thought was interesting to take. Oh, shit.
Oh!
Yeah, well, you see as actually is trying to fit in, he takes his glasses off, and that kind of contributes to how the situation goes down.
Yep.
I would not want to be in an elevator like that.
Yeah, Bosch, you are right about the pacing. It's
Shotgun Ed.
it's slow enough to let you take in what's going on, but also stuff is always happening. It's always going forward, and you're not, at least Birdman. Maybe you are, but I was never bored with the movie.
So this is the part where it looks like things are starting to work out a little bit for everybody, right?
Yeah.
Exley's getting promoted. Guess who's back on set? And I think there'll be a burgeoning romance for Bud White too. So it's but trouble is it's not all wrapped up, is it?
No.
It could be. I mean,
yeah. Well, they realize that the crime that those guys did wasn't the crime that they're hanging on them, the Night Owl.
Yeah.
And when they start on their own, just starting to realize how everything comes together, even more stuff starts to happen.
It was clever though, the conspiracy figuring out a way to land it on those other guys, right? It was oh yikes.
That is not the first time, nor is it the last time that a politician will suddenly change their vote because someone showed them some pictures of themselves.
I'm sure. That's okay. It's all for the greater good, right?
Exactly.
Santa Monica Freeway.
Yeah, so life starts to go back to normal, and they go on being cops. But something is definitely different, and they can't get past it. They got to confront how they do things, and by doing that, that lets them solve the Night Owl bird. Sorry, spoilers.
I like that line though. This is the city of the angels, and you haven't got any wings.
Yeah, I can't imagine how LA is too. It's like glamorous looking anymore.
Back then, it was though. I mean, it was the. I think in those days, LA was like this is the future. This is where everything's happening in the United. I mean, granted, New York is also a big deal city, but I mean, like Los Angeles, that was like the new frontier, I guess. Still, like Hollywood, you had. I don't know. I guess that things change, but. Knock at the door.
So I'd imagine the direction of this scene is, all right, Russell, you have to pretend that you're attracted to
Kim Basinger.
Can you do that?
I didn't really understand their relationship.
What do you mean? She
I
likes him. I think she genuinely likes him. Yes.
Well, I mean, he protects women, and she likes to feel protected. I mean, she knows that she's a dangerous spot and that she needs protection. Protecting, and he's willing to do it. And I think she sees that deep down he's a good guy. Even though he does some bad things and beat people up, he knows that he's doing it as a means to protect people. I think that's what she's attracted to him, and why she's attracted to her. And she obviously needs protecting because of the business that she's in. So I understand why he's attracted to her.
Ghost Planet, it doesn't really matter what they remake or reissue. If you don't want to see it, don't see it, and just stick with what you like. If they remake The Empire Strikes Back, I ain't watching it. You can't make it any better. Keep the one you got. Ignore the new one.
You like the way you like Kevin Spacey's outfit there?
I like that jacket. I like that jacket a lot. That looks like a boucle silk to me.
I really liked him in House of Cards. That was a great show.
Yeah, he wasn't on the final. I don't know how it ended because I know he wasn't on the final, but
yeah, he kind of ran into a little bit of trouble toward the end of it.
It's funny. The young actor there. Hold on. Hold on. Simon Baker, right?
Yep.
That's a young Simon Baker.
The Mentalist, yeah.
Before The Mentalist, yeah.
Oh, is that dude?
Yep. And and of course now he's saying, to get back in, you just have to be of service to this politician here or something. And and this is actually a point where the Kevin Spacey guy, I actually sort of, because he's joking around with it, but then later on he's like, yeah, you know what, I better stop this. This is.
Well, that's his character arc, is that he's a corrupt guy, he takes bribes, but once he sees the human toll that his actions take on other people, he has to decide, is he going to change or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, when I was rewatching this, I hadn't recognized that was Simon Baker.
Yeah, well, this was earlier on, but yeah, I in rewatches I noticed it was him. Yeah.
Now that other guy, I forget what his name is, Ripkin. I remember him from Alias.
From Alias.
So I really liked
Alias. Yeah, he was on Alias. I smell a comeback. The DeVito character is just really
Yeah, kind of a precursor to his character on It's Always Sunny. Yeah, I have a feeling you know what? Show business not for me. I'm going to go home.
And so, I guess the idea is he would bust him committing a certain act, which was illegal back then. So it's. Hatchet is what I call Twilight. Notice how he's dangling the money like giving him a dog biscuit. It's just, it's. about the old movies, Al?
I love an old movie.
I guess these are the reels you'd watch before this. Actually, what movie are they watching there? That's not Roman Holiday, is it? That's probably too early for that. Forgot 1951.
Bad and the Beautiful.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that, but I should maybe look for it. Welcome, Boosh McFadden. Let's see.
$50 was a good bit of money back then.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I don't know what the rate of inflation is, but yeah, I would imagine that. Would that be more? I don't want to say it'd be like 500, but it would be pretty up there, right?
$50 in 1953. That's a nice chunk of change.
Yeah.
So be equivalent to $565 today.
Huh.
Well, Bad and Beautiful, Lana Turner, Kirk Douglas, Walter Pidgeon, Gloria Graham. I always like Gloria Graham.
What's your time stamp? Are you at 1:14? 1:1?
1:14:20.
Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, so he's dead.
Yeah. But this is, that's where his character changes. I mean, he puts the money down and leaves it at the bar and is going to go save him. It's just that it's too late.
Yeah.
So he does find his own badge of honor, but it's just too late for Simon Baker. That's what it was.
I like it when she says here they might have. Hear that? I want So she basically told a fib.
Yeah, but I mean, you understand her motives too. Is look, she wants revenge on all these people that did this stuff to her. So of course she's going to lie. That's actually, I mean, to me, that's something that's understandable.
Russell Crowe was recently in The Pope's Exorcist, right?
Yep.
Big Al did a review.
Review on my channel.
Yeah. How was his Italian accent?
Not bad actually. I thought he was the best part of the film, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, did you go see Super Mario?
I did. I think Al did as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I saw it. Review on Big Al Presents.
Yeah,
What's
I did.
out there? I mean, it's killing at the box office.
Yeah, I suspect it's we'll be seeing more movies from Nintendo in the future. Yeah.
Deservedly so. I think it's a really good, fun film.
Yeah. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah,
actually, a movie I saw last night that is playing on the IMAX here. It's a special showing. Is Lawrence of Arabia.
What?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they showed it at our local IMAX. They usually do like an older movie once a month on there. And this month, last month it was Godfather 2, and this month it was Lawrence of Arabia.
I think is that Steven Spielberg's favorite movie?
I know. I've read that story that he watches 3 movies before he starts filming a new movie. He always watches 3 movies, and one of them is Lawrence of Arabia.
Yeah, he said he did love that movie. It had a profound effect on him growing up when he saw it. Yeah,
Well, it was really great seeing it on the big screen, seeing it on IMAX.
I bet it was amazing.
It wasn't filmed in IMAX, so it wasn't displayed on that, but it was still on the big screen, and seeing all those big dunescapes and
Oh yeah,
fight
I've
scenes
never seen it.
on the big screen.
I need to see it.
Lawrence of
I
Arabia.
highly recommend.
Yeah.
I saw it like back in high school, but I'd never seen it on the big screen, and so getting a chance to see it, I was grateful for that. And obviously, I'm sure.
And I love Peter O'Toole, so
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
And I'm sure you know Birdman about the soundtrack to that and how great it is.
Yeah.
I'm doing a Peter O'Toole movie and a rewatch this December. The Lion in Winter.
Oh yeah, I've seen The Lion in Winter.
Love that movie.
It's John Barry, right?
I think so.
Yeah, no, that was Lion in Winter's a good movie. But I'm trying to think what else. I don't know if we have any movies like this coming out anytime soon. I'm trying to think. I think nowadays they do stuff like this as television series, like stuff like True Detective, which apparently is getting another season on HBO with Jodie Foster, and it takes place in Alaska.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
It might be good, might not be.
See, you just got me interested in that now. I'm like,
Is it Jodie Foster?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was. Isn't that the one with Hilary Swank? That's something I'm thinking of something else. And then one was Hilary Swank is in.
It might have been a different HBO series. Yeah.
She's like helping out indigenous.
Maybe she is in it. I don't know. I have to look at the trailer again. I haven't seen Hilary Swank in ages. I don't know what she's been up to. I kept thinking she might show up on Cobra Kai at some point, but
I hope so.
They should do that. I thought that would be funny if they did that.
Oh, this actress playing the mother of. I mean, I feel bad for her at the same time. It's her voice is almost comical. It's.
But yeah, Ghost Planet. That would be kind of like their Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that reminds me, and go off on a bit of a rant here that doesn't have anything to do with the movie, but I've just been thinking about what Kevin Feige said about how he's sick of directors who are not as good, and that he's gonna try and get better directors to direct Marvel films. Who here thinks that the problem with Marvel movies is that their directors aren't good enough?
This is a bunch of BS. You got rid of Edgar Wright, who was going to do Ant-Man. You hamstrung Sam Raimi, who was doing the Doctor Strange sequel. Sam Raimi, who did the Spider-Man movies. This is
Well, here's the thing that I think anyway. Look, what Marvel movies are, if you are going to create a shared universe, you have to. That means that you have producer-driven movies. You have to have writer-driven movies, because you have to, in order to have the shared universe, you have to have something that is happening in film one of whatever phase you're in. So if you want to say Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, you have to have this suddenly or some way tying into a movie that is 3, 4, 5 movies down. That's not a director's job. A director doesn't do that. That's what a writer does. That's what a producer does, is that they connect those dots in between those movies. And a director is trying to make the movie that they are making as good as possible.
Ah!
Oh yeah, forgot about this part.
You don't like that, Al?
That would freak you out.
Doesn't everybody have a dead body under the house, though? Come on, people.
At some point in their life, they do.
Unless I can see he's really doing the, oh my god, this smells terrible.
That's the guy from the beginning, Leland Meeks.
Yeah. But yeah, so Kevin Feige complaining about directors before writers or producers. If you told me you're going to spend an extra $5 million on a Marvel movie, don't put it toward the director. Put it toward the writers. Get better writers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Work harder as a producer to make that. I mean, The Avengers wasn't a great movie because Joss Whedon directed it. It was because they had set it up pretty well from the movies that came before.
The Russo brothers weren't bad, but I know they've flown the coop now from the MCU.
Well, they were very good because they directed several movies in the series, and so they were able to connect those dots. So dots that they set up in, say, Winter Soldier, paid off when they did them when they directed Endgame. I mean, On Your Left, it paid off from what they did in Winter Soldier to Endgame. And that's not necessarily a really good director is supposed to be making sure that their movie is the best it can be, and not that they connect several different movies. And that just bothered me when Feige
Well,
said
they've got a lot of
problem
problems
with his movies are the directors, that they don't have very good directors. It's not Sam Raimi's fault that the
Multiverse of Madness.
movie didn't work.
And I know Edgar Wright, he wanted to do his Ant-Man movie, but he didn't want to have to keep tying it to all the Marvel stuff, which is why he had a falling out.
Which is why you're never going to get an Edgar Wright to do a Marvel movie, and he shouldn't. You know what? Yeah. He should be over at WB. The Joker is a great example of a director-driven movie. Todd Phillips had a vision for a movie. Now, and I would never have the Joker turn up as part of your multiverse. From that, I'd never have Joaquin Phoenix's Joker be a part of your multiverse. That is a great movie. It is a standalone movie, and it is director-driven. But it's not a movie that you build a multiverse around. And if you want to build a multiverse, which is what Marvel wants, that's okay.
A cinematic universe.
That, you got to have producer and writer-driven movies, not director.
Yeah, like a television series.
That's just my little rant about it.
Well, that's how it is in television. Like the television writers tend to be also producers because they're the ones mapping everything out.
Yeah, showrunners are the ones that write that. You never hear about a great TV director. Who's a great TV director? You know?
Because oftentimes the director that's how you earn your chops. You start out making some television episodes, then you can move on to a movie. You know?
Yeah, I mean, look at somebody. I mean, John Ford. John Ford, one of the all-time best directors of in all of Hollywood. He directed over like 700 films. You know, and we remember him for a good 6 to 12 movies that were really that were just excellent. But you know, he directed 700 films. There were quite a bit of them that haven't stood the test of time. But
that's a lot.
Yeah. But those were director-driven films, and not. But he worked in written and producer and writer-driven films in order to be able to do the director-driven films.
Doing a nice job right here saying that Russell Crowe is potentially a bad guy and the other guy.
Yeah, this is where they start to. Yeah, everybody starts to question themselves and what they know about the case, and want to go back and revisit it, and they're all starting to figure out that obviously Kevin Spacey and Ed actually have already figured out that what the cases that they're working on are tied, and now Bud White is figuring it out too.
Looks like here.
Maybe that's what we need is an LA Confidential multiverse.
Like a cinematic universe. I don't know. Like I said, they were trying to do that with True Detective to a degree, but I don't know. True Detective's had its problems. Like the idea was, I think they were going to try to connect. Like I got excited in True Detective season 3 that they were almost connecting it to stuff happening in season 1. Then you find out the payoff. Oh, it had nothing to do with that. Sorry.
Do you ever see the Netflix series Mindhunter?
Yes.
That was excellent. I love that. I was very disappointed when they.
Where's my season 3?
I know. They left it on a cliffhanger for everybody.
So. Do you like that line? You don't have a good smell to him.
A lot of good cinematography in this film too.
Who was the director?
Curtis Hanson.
Okay. What else has he done? Let me see.
River Wild, Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
Oh, the hand that rocks the cradle is the hand that rules the world.
Wonder Boys, 8 Mile.
I'm not liking any of these movies as much as this one. I got Wonder Boys. Oh.
The Bedroom Window. Bad Influence.
None of them are as good as this movie. That's interesting. Okay. Would you have liked to have lived in the 50s, Al?
Knowing what I know now, no.
Yeah.
But I mean, I wouldn't have minded it. It's
They have air conditioning in the houses back then.
yeah, air conditioning, television
Some
is just
people.
coming.
Well, I know some people had it. That's my point. Can I get a wall unit or something?
Yeah, I think I need a little bit of time. Air conditioning and good dentistry. I think those are
Yeah,
important.
good dentistry. I think back then, it was the homes, the record player. I think that was the big home entertainment unit. The your stereo, not the television set.
Guy Pearce is getting that edge to him now.
I love this line.
What? I can't hear.
Sorry. She is Lana Turner.
Yeah.
That's a funny little scene between the two of them. Apparently, Lana Turner did date mob guys, so that was a thing that happened in the 50s. You a Lana Turner fan, Al?
Don't really know much about her.
It's an interesting painting in the background.
Yeah, I don't think I have that hanging up in my house.
Yeah, they were making, like I said, they were making a point in the when they were talking about the designs of this. That this is supposed to be like it's a 50s house, but they try to pick the most modern looking 50s house they could find. That's why it doesn't look like your typical 50s house.
It looks like a Frank Lloyd Wright house to me.
It might be. It's got a nice library, huh?
I got more books than that.
Well,
Ooh, Lana Turner has a very interesting little history.
yes. Okay, so he's thinking that Pratchett is having her see Bud White for ulterior motives. Another ex-cop, right?
You know, I really don't understand what's about to go down here.
Here's what's going on. She's seeing Bud White because she actually genuinely likes Bud White. He
I
thinks
got
there's
that.
some conspiracy going on.
Yeah, but okay. Why is Kim Basinger? Well, why is Guy Pearce having sex with Kim Basinger? I still don't get that.
Because she's a very attractive woman, and
Okay. I see attractive
he's
women
jealous
all
of Bud
damn day.
White.
I don't have sex with them.
Well, that's just it. Is that
I'm just saying.
yeah? Well, that's just it. Is that he can one because she's a prostitute. Two, it's because he knows he'll be getting one over on Bud White.
Yeah, he doesn't like Bud White.
I don't know. It's just. I'm like, I don't.
You think it's impropriety? It's impropriety or whatever. And maybe that's a weird inconsistency in his character, but it shows that he's not some saint. He's not. I don't know.
But she's doing it because she's being forced to do it, right?
No.
Are you sure? Are you sure Danny DeVito didn't go to her and be all like, "Hey, look, baby, you need it."
Well, no, she is being forced to it because of what we learn later on. What happens?
It's been a little while since I've seen this. Didn't have time to do a rewatch before the show.
But I still don't. I don't see why she is like. Because she's just a prostitute. You know why? Why would you tag that when you can get a church girl or whatever? You know.
What?
I mean, for him, I think he'd rather have a church girl than a prostitute. Don't you?
He's. But that's just the thing. Maybe. Have you noticed something? All these upstanding members of society, and who are they going to see? They're going to see the woman like this. They're not. I don't know.
See, and that's my point. I don't know. I'm just like,
He may not have gone in there with the intent to do this, you know.
Oh, I think he did. I think this is why he sent Jack to do the other thing, and he went to go do this.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay.
No, Bosh. I get it. No, I get she's a very attractive woman. I fully understand that, but I need a little bit more than just that.
Forced. Yeah, she's being forced so that he can take the pictures.
Oh, okay.
Because they want some dirt on Guy Pearce.
Actually, yeah, because so they can keep him in line.
Yep.
Now he himself is not married, so there wouldn't be any problem with that. But it would probably ruin his reputation, right? It's the golden.
Yeah, but okay.
I like James Cromwell. Obviously, he's playing an Irish American cop here, right? You know what's a really good crime movie though? Road to Perdition. That might be a good one.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
a good one too. I like that one.
So Tom Hanks, right?
Yes,
Yes.
Based on a graphic novel.
that one I did read. Yeah.
I'm at 137.56.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
137.59 is where I'm at. But I like that little Irish thing that boyo.
Dick Stensland.
Oh!
You didn't see that coming, did you, Al?
Not like that.
Cold-blooded. And this is where he says the name Rollo Tomasi again, right?
Hey, I was just starting to like his character.
So was I, because he's starting to act like a good police officer, and then of course he's taken out.
Yeah, this one. I mean, this is. I think that's just a great scene because you get all the exposition, you kind of learn stuff that's how it's tying together, and then a big twist.
I was shocked in the theater when I saw that scene. I was like, "Whoa!" Did not see that coming. I thought James Cromwell was on the up and up. You know,
Yeah.
his character here. It's even if there was something going on with cops, I didn't expect it reached to the top. You know. What's the name? Look, as soon as he hears that name, he knows what that name means.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean that's kind of what I mean when they're smart characters who are they're not doing dumb things. I mean, Kevin Spacey sets him up because he knows that's what's going to trigger his downfall.
Yeah, that was his failing mistake. He would have gotten away with it.
Yeah,
but he mentioned Rollo Tomasi, the guy who gets away with it.
That's what I mean by good writing. It's sort of like another movie that I would say is good writing with people who are doing smart things. Crimson Tide. That's a movie where you see both sides. You know, you see because they do very good writing and everything fits together. So yeah, so that's how this works too. It doesn't happen by accident. You got to work hard at that kind of writing to be able to do that.
Bosch brings up the point that Dudley wasn't a good guy, but I guess if you kind of look at it, yeah, he's not a good guy, but is he just trying to do his job the wrong way? But like Michael Chiklis in The Shield, he was not a good guy at all.
No.
But sometimes he was just trying to be a good cop by doing it the wrong way.
Look, he would run into criminals on the show that were far worse than he was, but by the end of the show, he is the villain of the story.
Yeah. But he was not a good guy.
No, and yet there's times when you feel bad for him, especially in regards to what's going on with his kids. You know.
Well, we all got problems, Boomer, but We don't,
I understand that.
murdering people.
Well, yes, he was a the Shield.
I mean, I've only got one bag of dog food left in my house. You don't see me like committing illegal acts.
Well, I hope not.
I can tell you he's on a night train to the big adios.
Ooh.
I didn't have anything to do with him getting killed. But you were. We worked together. Information exchange.
Danny DeVito, he's had an interesting career. Like I said, I would have liked to see him in more movies, I think, but he's really good in this. Remember he was on Taxi?
Oh yeah, I love Taxi.
A long time ago.
Louis De Palma.
Yes. It's funny. It's like he doesn't age though. Like he looks like he ages a little, but he looks the same.
Do you ever see him in Renaissance Man?
I don't remember.
He played a guy who he loses his advertising job and he finds a job teaching soldiers.
I don't think I've seen that movie. Okay.
That's a good one. I like it.
I should look for it. I think I've heard the title, but
yeah.
oh no.
ripped him right out of the floor.
I know he's going out to check. Who are the pictures of?
Well, obviously, he thinks they're going to be pictures of him with Kim Basinger.
Yeah, he thinks there's pictures of him, but then he sees and it's. Uh-oh. Told you he's Irish.
Oh, this doesn't look good for him.
So you think he needs a nice church girl?
I don't see him hooking up with her on the spur of the moment like that. I just don't see it.
It might be that's the taboo for him. That's why he wanted to do it. You understand?
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, but this is also where we start to see, Bud has to confront his own honor and how he does things and whether or not what he does is correct. He's got to confront his own flaws in his character.
Ooh.
And now look at him. And he's like, I'm becoming what I hate. And now he's running off, right?
Yeah.
Like he's never done that before in his life. Obviously, he's never.
No, I know Guy Pearce's character is reserved or not gay, but I mean you don't have to tag everything that comes in front of you. I mean, you can be
He
like,
wasn't
nah.
though.
Come on, someone back me up here. You don't have to tag everything that's like just all like. You can say no. Be like, no, you get out of here.
He probably just had a raw attraction to her. That's probably what was going on there. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Where Ed actually does not know what is about to happen to him.
I like that. He's like, I'm glad you're here. He's actually trying to.
Ooh.
It's gonna be a big mess to clean up later. He's trying to reason with him.
Yeah, but he's all rage right now.
Okay.
It's the
I'll
same
simmer
thing that
down.
happened when at the fight at the beginning in the basement of the jail. He just, instead of thinking through, he just starts punching things.
Well, he was trying to think through in the beginning, and then the guy set him off. You know,
Yeah.
Like he's saying, "Hey, this is not good for you, partner. You don't want to get involved in this. You'll ruin your career." You know, and then the guy says something about his mother, and that's
Yeah, and then this scene obviously ties into that. Is he going to listen to Exley and say, "Look, you're being played," or not? Is he going to keep trying to beat him up?
and this is character growth.
Because it also ties into what he was talking about before. And, am I just a mindless thug? Am I just the muscles used to beat people up, or am I a good cop? Am I something more?
Yeah. Anyone here ever been to LA?
The airport.
Okay. Well, was it a nice airport?
It was an airport.
Okay.
The first time I went out to California, it was to San Diego, and I got off the plane, and I just wanted something to drink, so I got a bottle of Coke, and there was 18% tax, and that's when I realized I cannot live in California.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is one of my favorite scenes in the movie. You can't go in there.
I'll be in San Francisco in September. Hopefully, I won't get murdered.
San Francisco. You could recreate a scene from Vertigo. So he thinks he's so cool, right?
well, he doesn't quite know how far they are willing to go in order to solve this. So, you know, I mean, before, especially Exley, they were able to get him to see how Exley will use situations in order to promote himself, and doesn't realize these guys are out for justice now. They've changed, they've confronted who they are, and now they're out for justice. So he thinks he has an advantage that he doesn't really have.
Yeah. I love this. Unless you came here to wipe my ass, I believe we're through. Boys, girls, 10 of them get off the bus to LA every day. Ooh. I love that. Alex just says, I don't know how. I'm okay with this. Okay, so now we're at least finding out why this Simon Pegg character got killed. All right.
So something came signaling you out of window. Do you tell him whatever you want?
I would say the bad cop bit for that was pretty savage indeed. And I was going to say, guys, if y'all ever want to like Epstein me, can you find a different way to do it than that, please?
Oh.
That would take too long, and I just.
Well, no, he just he felt guilty about all the bad stuff he did in his life, and just took himself out.
That's fine. But hey, I'm just saying, if you ever do that to me, just get something out of the drawer over there and just double tap in the back of the head. I'm okay.
I assume you'd commit suicide by shooting yourself 3 times in the back of the head.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You know, make sure that, you know, you can even use the hollow points. I'm okay with that. Oh, Boomer. Guess what I have.
What?
Star Wars Style A one sheet on its way.
What? An original?
I'm pretty sure. I gotta feel the paper to know for sure, but I'm pretty sure.
So what is Style A? Is that with is that where Luke has off the...
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you from Racket.
I couldn't hear it either. Is that when Luke was showing off the abs, or is that when he's more
covered? Yeah, and Princess Leia showing off the thighs. Yeah. Yeah, it's that one.
That's probably a rare poster now. I don't think that'll ever be allowed out again.
Yeah, it's one of the most counterfeited posters ever. So pretty sure I gotta like touch the paper and feel it.
Did I tell you? Did I ever tell you? Would I ever tell you, Bourbon, when I was younger, I had the opportunity to purchase a Revenge of the Jedi poster, and I did
Oh.
not.
I did too for $200, and I said, "Nah, I'm okay."
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were selling the Intergalactic Trading Company, which was
I remember them.
So,
I remember them.
oh, you
Yeah.
remember them too? Yeah, yeah. And they had the nerd. I'm kidding. I got order from them too. I used to order
Yeah.
Doctor Who stuff from them in the 80s. And some
Yeah,
Star
I
Trek.
think the last time I saw one of those, it went for around, I think, 3,500. I think.
That's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have bought one, but you don't think
Yeah.
ahead. I was like, that's not the title. It was Turn of the Jedi. I'm not buying that. That's what
That wasn't my hold up. I knew about the title change. I was just like, I had the graduation money, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna spend it on something else, and yeah.
You bought 3 Furbies, didn't you?
No. I bought the Star Wars 10th anniversary silver Miler poster and the 15th anniversary Hildebrand signed poster. And
Well, that's a nice one.
yeah, something else.
See, this movie.
Did you ever see that?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, you were gonna say?
But now are you trying to say something? Because you're not quite coming in.
Who, me? No, I'm good.
Okay. But that Simpsons episode where Homer's at the garage sale and he pulls out this violin and and he goes Stratohoovius the back.
That's funny.
Because we all know those aren't counterfeited either, right?
Yeah. Well, I have a feeling in the Simpsons world that was an actual real.
It was probably legit. Yeah.
I would be happy with a saxoboom. Never mind. Okay. So is this the Beverly Hills Cop end scene recreated at night? Huh? No. I'm not going to say which movie has the better shootout.
I think this is a good shootout.
Oh, I think this is a great one.
And shooting scenes at night is hard.
Shootouts of all time.
Yeah, you knew it was a setup and you showed up anyway. Like probably had nothing else to do. I mean, late at night, all the restaurants were closed.
Well, no, it's a setup. Well, that's funny. He died in the line of duty, didn't he? Do you think this scene needs music, Birdman?
Maybe not.
It's getting a little bit though. I like the drums that they're using for it.
Oh, okay.
I think it's drums.
Let me turn my volume up.
It's like boom, 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 boom.
So So Birdman, this scene and this and the ending here doesn't pay off for you.
I like the ending.
Got hit. I remember I was at a party once, and there were some older people there, and I guess the one guy was a high school teacher, and he was asking his students, I don't really like the violent pictures, and the student kept recommending the movie L.A. Confidential to me, and I asked him, is it violent? And the student said no.
I would say that student is wrong.
Yeah, it's a little violent. I think he did it because he wanted the teacher to see it. I mean, it's no Taxi Driver. I'll admit that. It's still pretty violent. I don't know, actually. It's up there.
I don't think it's as violent as it could have been.
Well, as violent as you get for an R rating, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Bosch is right. It isn't. It definitely isn't gory, but it is.
No. Look, he's there. Oh.
Shotgun trumps revolver.
Oh. Knives are useful.
Oh.
You like that?
Like becoming chief of detectives. That sounds like a sweet job.
Well, that's like the devil's bargain he's laying out for him, right?
And this is the moment where Exley has to decide if he's going to stay with his ideals or change, just like Kevin Spacey and Russell Crowe had to.
Yeah. Remember, would you shoot a man in the back?
Well, as Garrick would say, that's the safest way to shoot somebody.
Good old Garrick.
Yeah, I mean, it's harder for somebody to shoot at you. Isn't that what you want? Isn't that the point of a shootout?
I mean, I guess if I don't know what's happening, it's.
Wouldn't Alexander Hamilton have won that duel with Aaron Burr?
Yeah. I know that Aaron Burr hated him. Read about it. Apparently, Aaron Burr's ghost still haunts wherever he was. Mm-hmm. Like how he's laying it all out.
Well, you know, he's
Whoa.
always been smarter than everybody, and he's still one step ahead of everyone.
Do you like that? You like this? Maybe Dudley Smith died a hero. Look at this.
Dudley got a good write up at least.
Well, here's the deal. There you go. It's like, here you go, keep your mouth shut, right?
I was glad to see that Russell Crowe didn't die.
Yeah, I don't know how good a shape he's in. Hopefully he recovers. He's in the back seat. It's kind of odd.
Well, he was shot in the face.
They got the drainage tube.
Yes. Kim Basinger is pretty smoking hot.
I have a question. In the book, how bad were his injuries? Zootopia?
What's that?
In the book, how bad were his injuries?
Oh. Yeah, I don't remember what they said. I mean, I remember that he was shot in the face, and I think it might have been that like his jaw was shattered.
Would he recover or?
Yeah, he recovered,
Okay.
or he was recovering at the end of the book.
I guess they could do reconstruction on the jaw and stuff. I don't know.
I don't know how good that reconstruction is in 1953, but
Well, it is Los Angeles, right? Maybe I don't know.
yeah.
Now he's going to go meet his nice church girl, Birdman. Don't worry.
Now that he's learned how to shoot somebody in the back, he can go be a nice church girl.
Don't mock me. I just don't see him hooking up with her. That's what I'm saying.
She's.
Anyway. That was
Got
the
an
movie.
accent. She ain't positive. Okay, I'll stop saying. I just got a strike on your channel. I'm kidding.
Thank you, Boomer. Appreciate that.
Well, Al, what did you think?
I enjoyed it. I think it was a pretty good mystery, and pretty good cop story. I have to go back and watch it again to pick up things I might have missed, but
There's no movie quite like it.
In one of those first scenes where Stensland sees Meeks when Bud White is going up to that girl in the car and asking her if she's okay. There's this look that each of them give each other, and it's played off in the beginning like, oh yeah, I kind of know that guy by reputation, and then after obviously you watch the movie, you realize, oh yeah, they know each other. They're kind of eyeing each other. Like, should I be worried about Bud White or what should I do?
Yeah.
Al, is the movie better than Titanic?
I'd have to go back and watch Titanic again.
Okay.
You don't have to. It is. Trust me, it is.
Is it better than As Good as It Gets?
Yeah, I don't remember being as good as it gets. I mean, not disliking it, but I don't remember. Because I think Jack Nicholson won the Academy Award, or was it Helen Hunt, or is that the one that she won it for?
It might have been Helen Hunt. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Being like, oh yeah, these are Oscar winners.
Yeah, and Greg Kinnear was in it too, I believe.
Yep.
Oh, geez,
And
I haven't heard that name in a long time.
and
Yeah.
what's this guy? Show Me the Money.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise, Jerry Maguire was that year? No.
No, Cuba Gooding Jr. was in As Good as It Gets.
Oh, no,
okay,
yeah,
well,
I
that's
think it was Cuba Gooding Jr. who gave Kim Basinger her Oscar. So he did the Best Actress nomination that year.
I see. Cool.
And no, Bosch. I don't hate the movie because of one thing. Like there was a lot left out of the movie. But parts of it were kind of slow. It just didn't keep my attention. And this is totally just a me thing. I'm not saying that it's a bad movie. I'm saying for me, it just didn't quite keep my attention as much as I thought it would. Because I heard so many good things going into this film, and my socks were not blown off.
They were just slightly halfway down.
Slightly halfway down, yes.
Okay,
yeah.
I got you. Oh, this is interesting.
What has gotten me excited is I've got an email, and my local gun store has a limited number of Marlin Model 1895s in stock.
LA Confidential poster. Of course, unfortunately, it's not one of the drawn kind, but it's funny. If you look at the poster, LA Confidential, Kim Basinger is front and center more than the other actors, which I understand. That makes sense to me. Anyway.
Well, she was a selling point,
Yes. All right, cool. So, did you like it more the second time around, Birdman? You did good.
I think I enjoyed it a little more the second time around. Not as many, and honestly, the first time I watched it, I was, doing laundry and some other things. So
What?
I too, man's got to do laundry. It didn't have my undivided attention, but I still don't. I don't think it's like. I think it's better filmed than Titanic.
Titanic.
It's probably just not my speed. I think at the end of the day, it's probably just not quite my
Oh my goodness.
thing.
Okay.
It's the Betamax in my VHS world. How about that?
What? Betamax.
Betamax.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I know Betamax. I'm just not seeing your.
Oh, that's much better. Dude.
I don't know. It's late. I'm tired. I don't really have an analogy right now. I am analogy-less right now.
All right. Well, on that note, maybe we should wrap this up. But this was fun.
Yeah, this was fun.
Yeah, good time.
Movie. I can see it as many times as humanly possible. So yeah, this is one of my favorites. But you have inspired me. I should go back and reread the book. I think I still have the book.
Yeah, I should read the book for the first time.
You should read all 4 of the books, Boomer.
Well, yes, but one book at a time. Before someone actually good, the author's still alive too, so hopefully there won't be any creative edits for a little while. I'm sorry that I say that.
I want you to attempt to read all 4 books at the same time.
Not at the same time. Actually, some people do read more
one
than
page of one book, then pick up the other page and read page 1. Pick up the third book and read page 1.
Bosch said the film structure, series of events, and the way things tie together is top notch. I think it's executed well. It's just wasn't quite my speed.
Okay.
I'm glad people like it. I'm always glad you can like. If something brings you joy, I'm happy for you. There's enough things in this world that don't bring you joy.
No joy.
No joy.
Okay.
But Boomer, you got a show coming up Sunday night on your channel?
Yeah, Geeky Geezers. I'll be on that. I'll be on with Troy on Friday as well. I think that's where they're doing the Dark Side of the Moon with the Wizard of Oz rewatch, which I've never done.
Okay.
Talk about a soundtrack.
Yeah.
You can just put Dark Side of the Moon on with anything, right? I don't know. I don't know.
Big Al, what you got coming up?
Well, this Saturday night, I'll be doing a Films with Friends, watching the Jimmy Stewart classic Harvey from 1950. Little bunny rabbit action.
Okay.
It's about a bunny.
Harvey, James Stewart. He plays a man who is friends with an invisible 6-foot-tall rabbit.
Okay.
And of course, everybody thinks he's crazy, but is he? It's a great film. Jimmy Stewart is wonderful in it. It's got some great little. The writing is top notch and very philosophical in a way. I love the film. It's based on a stage play that Jimmy Stewart also did, and it's one of his favorite performances that he's ever done.
Okay.
Of himself, that's one of his favorites.
Well, guys, thank you for coming by. Next week we'll be back with another movie. We'll have to sort that out before then.
Okay.
As always, adopt, don't shop. Keep listening to great film scores. Thank you, Bosch. It was so nice to have you in the chat tonight. I hope to see you back. We try to do a movie every Wednesday, and I do various. I get lots of stuff in the mail. I do unboxings, and when Eric Woods and Ian Clark and I have time to get together, we discuss film scores. It's called The Batman Show. Check out some older episodes if you can. But thank you for coming by. It was good to have you. It's nice to see a new face, and hope to see you again. Everyone take care, and we'll see you all very soon.
Bye.
Night.
Bye-bye.